Alright guys, Cygnar versus Cryx, 35-point battle. We're not doing scenarios, so it's just going to be straight up caster kill. I am proxying the high shield gun core right here, and they will be marshalling. This is not a driller, this is actually an avalancher. Striker, Stormclad, Stormblades, and proxying another item, the Cyclone. My opponent's army is pretty much what it looks like, which is kind of shocking to me. He's got his bloat thralls, a regular slayer thing, Cygnar, crabjack, whatever the two Arknoti boneheads are. They're boneheads. Denegra, and a ginormous bloat thrall thing over there. Anyway, turn one will be up here in a minute. Alright guys, round one. Pretty much nothing happened. There are a couple big sized craters in the middle of the board now. The shield wall, or not shield wall, the high gun core ran up, and then he ran, they ran, he just moved. Striker moved up, put snipe on the avalancher, and then he put snipe or blur on these guys. Avalancher advanced, took a pot shot at the crabjack over there, fell short by a good 6 inches, and made a crater in the middle of the board. Everything on his side of the table, bile thralls, which I named wrong earlier, my apologies. Bile thralls over there ran. Denegra activated, put Ghost Walk on the bonehead. He advanced through the bile thralls. Everything else pretty much ran up. The Cygnar ran. The Slayer didn't run, he just moved up. The Crabjack moved up, also returned fire, attempting to tell us that they also had AoE weapons, but he fell far shorter than the Avalancher did. The Bonehead advanced right there, and then the Bloat Thrall advanced. Alright guys, we had some marvelous failures this game with shooting. Start over on my side. Striker up, kept blur on the Stormblades. He put snipe on the Cyclone and let it fall off of the Avalancher. Shield wall, the shield core advanced. The dwarves advanced, went into shield wall. The Avalancher came up and shot at this bonehead that was actually right here at the time. He was within range. He rolled exactly what he needed on a boosted die roll, and then he only decided to take off one of the teeth of the bonejack and did exactly 2 damage to him, so that tooth is off. They ran over here. He advanced a little bit, which ended up being a very large mistake. The Cyclone put down its covering fire, suppressive fire right here, and that was my turn. Then the Cryx advanced. The giant bloat thrall advanced, put a crater in the middle of the field. The crabjack advanced, put a crater in the middle of the field. The Slayer advanced and didn't do anything. The bonehead right there beside the Slayer, this one, did he do anything?
He just got out of the way.
He moved out of the way of the bile thralls. The bile thralls did their 8-inch spray to try to hit these two guys, and they needed 12s to hit because I didn't know their rat was a marvelous of 3. But they needed 12s to hit and missed on both. Then the Slayer, before this thing moved, Slayer charged in and just made the half-inch, I mean it was a millimeter of being outside of it. And he only needed, it was only -2 or -3 to the roll on my Stormclad. He only managed to do about 12 damage total with a charge attack and 1 focus. Now, he didn't put a full amount of focus on that jack. Why he didn't do that, I don't know, but he didn't. Denegra advanced, or I'm sorry, the Bonehead moved from over there to over there. Denegra advanced, attempted to cast Scourge on that guy. Because of blur, defense 15, she missed on 3d6. On 3d6, he rolled a 4. I'm sorry, a 5. He rolled a 5 on 3d6. He only needed an 8. Apparently the average die roll on 3d6 is going to be 5 from now on, because I've been seeing a lot of that tonight. At any rate, that is turn 2 of the game. Cygnar turn 3. Or actually, Cygnar turn 2.
No, it's gotta be at least 3.
Might be 3. We'll figure it out in a minute.
Whatever.
At any rate, the stuff died. The bile thralls, they're pretty much wiped out. The officer of the Stormblades gave an assault order and wiped out all but 2 with their ranged attacks. Not with melee. I didn't melee anything. Only ranged attacks killed all but 2 of those bile thralls. The Stormclad allocated 3 focus to him, that he got another focus for being within 3 inches of the Stormblades when he activated. Stormblades were actually over here at the time. He wrecked a completely undamaged Seether, and he rolled exactly what he needed to destroy him down to the last box. There was no overkill at all. After he died, the High Shield Gun Corps advanced, did a combined range on this guy, doing some decent amount of damage to him. The Cyclone advanced, shot Bonehead here, knocking out his arc node and his head. I'm sorry, his arc node is in movement. And then the Avalancher decided to not move at all to get the aiming bonus to shoot at the Crabjack. I decided not to boost so that I could get the boost on the damage. I rolled a 4, only needing a 5 to hit him. Such is my luck. Anyway, the Cryx turn, and I expected Negra to pop her feet. Oh, Striker moved over and popped his feet. I expected Negra to pop her feet here in just a minute to mess with me a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. More to come. Okay, a lot of things died. The Cryx actually really messed up my Stormblade unit, and that was about it. Alright, short version. The Bloat Thrall over there shot at a shield wall guy that was right here. However, he deviated because he was about a half an inch short of his range, so he auto missed on a defense 9 target, and then deviated 5 inches away with a 5-inch AoE template and did absolutely nothing. I'm getting there.
At the start.
Alright, Stormblades are pretty much gone thanks to Cryx and their shenanigans. Denegra moved up, popped her feet, reducing everything by 2 except command, if I remember properly. The Bloat Thrall over there shot, deviated 5 inches away from the gun core, and they didn't take any damage at all from him. The Bile Thralls moved up and purged. The only thing they didn't kill by purging was one guy that was right here, and the Standard Bearer. Also, Denegra did a little bit of damage to them by casting a spell that let her take command of one of the guys, hitting an officer, and then she did a spray, killing the officer, and that was it. The Harrower charged in and did Thresher, and he killed all 4 in the front rank of the gun corps, getting himself 3 souls, only because, from what I was told, you max out at 3 souls. This guy charged over, killed the Stormblade that was right here. The Slayer charged up, hitting the Cyclone, doing about half of his damage boxes, so pretty good amount of damage. My opponent actually remembered to give him focus this time. Unlike the Seether last turn, he forgot to give the Seether focus to do anything. He claims he thought he was out of range, but you know, whatever. Then this guy from the previous turn had his arc node and his movement knocked out, so he just meandered around in a little circle on his gimpy leg. And that was the Cryx turn. And the Stormclad proves his worth once again. Where to start? The one Stormblade charged him and missed. The Cortex destroyed Cyclone. Tried to whack at the Slayer twice, missed. The Gun Corps, before this happened, moved back and then shot him, doing 2 or 3 damage. The Avalancher sacrificed his movement, boosted to hit hit the harrower, and then proceeded to do 2 damage. He's rapidly approaching failure of the match. Stormclad charged, and then managed to destroy his movement with his charge boosted sword attack. Also, due to the living lightning electro leap, he wrecked the bone jack that was right here, and then he punched Harrower in the face, and then I bought another attack. Now this guy's defense 7, even at the -2 to my mat, I'm pretty much guaranteed to hit him. Rolled just 1 shy of missing, so I did hit him, and did a little bit more damage, and knocked out his right arm, his left arm, everything but his center column, which also has his cortex in it. Stryker decided to shoot, sacrificed his move to get the aim bonus, and then boosted the attack roll to hit the Harrower with his disruption pistol so that he can't get any focus. Yes, he does still have 3 souls on him for next turn, but that's only 3 souls. It's not 3 souls and 3 focus, which would be really, really, really bad for me. So that is the Cygnar turn. By the way, the bloat thrall over there is rapidly approaching failure of the match because he hasn't hit anything the whole game. More come. Alright, really quick here. The Bonehead here left melee with the Stormblade Standard Bearer, and the Stormblade managed to roll a 14 damage. Which is actually 16, or yeah, it was a 16 damage, but he rolled a 4, got minus something. Did 14 damage to this jack, knocking out his head, his movement, and his arc node, which really screwed up his assassination plan with Denegra to arc through here to try to kill Stryker. Denegra then cast the spell on the Stormblade that she was going to use on Stryker and rolled a lot to kill the Stormblade, so he's now dead. The fat guy decided to run off of his hill. This guy had 3 soul tokens and missed with every single attack he tried to hit with this guy. He either rolled a 3 or 2 1s. Actually, I think, did he roll 3 1s? No. He just rolled terrible. And this guy beat him down some more to where he only has 3 damage boxes left. Alright folks, not a whole lot. Stormclad killed him, and then the Stryker moved over and cast Earthquake onto the Slayer, which was in combat with him. It missed, only deviated 2 inches, so they're both knocked down, which took him out of melee. What I should have done next, I forgot to do. I should have shot Stryker's pistol at him to disrupt him so that he couldn't get any focus. I forgot to do that. I ran the gun core up, kind of trying to create a screen right here as much as I can. And then this guy, who hasn't done anything all game, I figured would be able to hit a knocked down model. He actually succeeded in hitting. Hit him, then did 13 damage to him, knocking out one of his arms. Alright guys, Denegra advanced and cast Ghost Walk on the Slayer. Slayer then spent a focus and stood up. He then charged Stryker on a boosted melee attack roll, hit him, and did a total of 11 damage. And then his other 2 weapons missed entirely. More to come. Oh yeah, the bloat thrall still has cemented his spot in failure of the match. And that's the game. My friend used his normal shenanigans of a hair-thin line and a defense 18 caster. He managed to hit him, doing exactly the right amount of damage to kill him, even with a boosted power field. So, that's game. Hope y'all enjoyed.